Yo, yo.
That will start it recording again.
Ooh,
So I'll tell you.
we're on, baby. We're going. We're live. We're live. We're live. Okay, maybe we're not live, but let me hit the record going here. Actually, we're not quite recording yet. I'm excited for nothing. Sorry. Hold on. We ready?
What?
Are we ready?
So,
Are we gonna do this? What's the order of things? What are we doing? Starting with
I had
Elixir?
notes. I had it all written up, but it's all skewed. What do you want to do?
It is skewed. Well, it starts with Manny G recommends and coffee courses.
So
Should we go to
do
coffee
that.
review or
Coffee review.
we could start with Elixir and then go from there?
Yeah, let's do that so we have something to drink while we're...
Yeah, and so then we can start the video to get the video done and then finish the rest of the show.
Yeah, so all this pre-planning is done well in advance.
Yes. Yes, not right before we record.
Nope.
All right.
We're just reminding ourselves.
Right. We're just, and this is a reminder, you are listening to the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast, and maybe that's not what your intention was. Maybe you just stumbled across us, and you're like, oh, episode 47? Do these guys even know what they're talking about? And the answer is no. No, they don't. But I'm Jake Goebel. I'm sitting here with Mike Kincaid. We are Orange Cactus Coffee, and we have a show.
And you're not going to even acknowledge the change in seating arrangement?
No, not at all. Because
usually,
they can't
usually
see
it's
it.
like, I'm looking at, but you're not.
Okay, so here's the deal. Mikey doesn't like sitting across from me because I don't break eye contact.
No.
But today, we're doing something special. We are video recording our audio podcast as we try the Elixir project.
Yeah, what is that?
The Elixir project.
Elixir specialty coffee. So we ordered some. It's something that I've seen in the Instas for a while. Mm-hmm. And they had put out a post that said, hey, we've got someone special roasting up some of our coffee that we're going to feature.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, who is that? And it was somebody by the name of Scott.
Ooh, doggy. Scott Rayo.
That was it.
Wow.
Yeah. You know him?
Scott Rayo.
Yeah. You've met him?
No.
No.
No, not really.
So anyway, yeah, Scott was roasting up their coffee for this next batch. They said special offering and available, whenever it was available. But I waited, and when they said now, I bought it.
Yeah.
I ordered it. So we got two, and they have, I think this is the Omega symbol that they use for their logo. And then inside of it, they put how many hours that it was processed, brewed. I mean, they're pretty secretive on how this is made.
Right.
And they have a special slogan, and we've probably mentioned it before, but it says, looks like whiskey, feels like tea, made from coffee, and unlike anything you've ever tasted before. Quick note on that. If you read it right, it sounds like it should be.
It should rhyme.
What
should be something.
What would you say?
It should be something better. Let me grab one real quick. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to describe what I'm looking at because you can't see it. But if you go to YouTube, eventually there's going to be a video out someday.
If it turns out.
Yeah, someday there'll be
Is
a
it
video
recording?
out there.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
good.
we're recording. Someday there'll be a video out there. But it is an 8-ounce bottle.
Uh-huh.
It
Glass.
looks like it's glass. It looks like whiskey. It's a very light color. It doesn't look like coffee. It looks like whiskey or
Tea-ish.
tea, but it
Tea-ish.
does not look like coffee.
No.
And so the slogan underneath Elixir Specialty Coffee is this: looks like whiskey, feels like tea, made from coffee,
Just for me.
just for me. There should be something there. Or looks like whiskey, feels like tea, kick it in the butt, made from coffee. That doesn't help
Yeah,
either.
that was much better.
Yeah, much better
We
than-
should shoot that to him.
And
Maybe we'll
unlike-
get some royalties out of that.
And unlike anything you've ever tasted before. Hey, you've got a garbage slogan. We can make it even more garbage for you.
I like the slogan, but I think the ending is a little funny. But what's it?
Hold on this. Hold on. What about this?
Ooh, I like
looks
this.
like whiskey, feels like tea, unlike any other coffee.
Ooh, that would have been it.
Bam. I'm here all day.
Feel free.
I'm here all day. Feel free
for
to use that.
2.0 to adopt
that.
that. Yeah.
So
read this.
There's not much. It's very minimalistic. I'll read it. I'll read that. It's very minimalistic. This bottle.
cool.
It's very cool. It's kind of a clear label. It looks like it's a clear sticker on there. I don't think they screen printed on the bottle, but
It
they
says
could
the
have.
coffee on it.
Yeah, they screen printed on there, and then it's handwritten. It's like somebody took a Sharpie and inside that symbol, their symbol, their logo, someone wrote, the bottle I'm holding says 18. The bottle that Mike is holding says 14.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a cap on it, and then there's a sticker a piece of plastic that covers it, kind of like a
Seal.
urine sample to
good.
make you know that it's secure,
Wonderful.
that it hasn't been tampered with.
Yeah.
And on the safety sticker that goes from the bottle to the cap, it says Colombia.
Yeah.
The type of,
Where the bean used for this particular offering. And on the bottom, I think, I just noticed this. I think the bottom has what I would assume is an expiration.
Is that an expiration date or
5/25.
a roast date? Because it's not May 25th.
Well, if we
yet.
put a future roast date, that buys us a little more time.
That sounds like a total Starbucks move. That would be
Brilliant.
awesome.
No, I think it's a month. I think
Yeah.
it's a month since I've got it. So 5/25. So we're well within that. So
We're well within it.
well within it.
It's got the nutritional facts on it, and it says this.
Read it.
Ingredients: filtered water, specialty coffee. Keep refrigerated. Elixir is delicious when paired with food or enjoyed on its own, either served cold or at room temperature. It also makes for the perfect pre-workout drink. For information on our brew method and other details, go to elixirfi.me. No nasties,
None.
vegan,
Good.
preservative-free, sound waves.
Ooh, maybe that's a hint.
Sound waves.
You think that's a hint at the process?
Elixir has a caffeine content similar to a strong cup of tea. We'd love to hear from you on our social platforms or hello at elixirfi.me. elixirfi.me. Purity, clarity, authenticity.
Yeah, which is interesting
I like
because something that jumped out as you were reading that, it says you can enjoy it cold or at room temperature. However,
Not hot.
it also says, though, does it not keep refrigerated? So I guess to
Yes.
store it, but then you could bring it to room temp, enjoy it, but probably not re-refrigerate it.
Right.
Put it, you know what I mean?
Or refrigerated.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or not leave it at room temperature.
Like once it's at room temp, you can drink it and then you
Well,
got to be done.
I don't know, because it came to me at
Room temperature.
shipping car.
Which is interesting because Lucky Jack, remember we had a
Keep it
skunky
cold
bottle.
all the time.
We did a video review. They said, hey, sorry you had a bad experience.
Sorry.
Let me send you some free stuff. And they did, and it was awesome. And we gave them their shout outs. We did another video for them. But they shipped theirs in cold packs.
Yes. It has to stay cold from once it's produced, once it's brewed.
Once it's
but it
brewed.
could have to do with the method, which we don't really know how they do it. So
We don't know.
I'm excited to try it. I am not sure. I think the pre-workout's a bit of a stretch if it's got the caffeine content of tea.
Yeah.
It depends on maybe the individual.
What's interesting is
I would like a cold beverage instead of a hot beverage for pre-workout, so I go with you there.
Mikey ordered these and waited until now. Did not drink it, which is a little surprising because Mikey loves to work out and he loves to have him some cold brew, some coffee, little punch right before he works out.
Sure.
So it's surprising that it lasted this long. Are these the only 2 bottles or you got more at the house?
That's it.
This
Order
is
2.
just 2 bottles? That's
I
it?
think, the price is for the method and how special this seems is probably justified. But for me, it's not something, I don't know, it's a little more than I would probably spend on a reoccurring basis.
I think this is hashtag Elixir Rayo.
Rayo.
Bro, we can hashtag Elixir Rayo, all this stuff.
I already did.
Oh, you've already hashtagged it.
Yeah, I'm glad you follow us.
Tagged. Dude,
Yeah, we got a shout out from Elixir that says, hey, great. Well, I didn't reply yet just because I wanted to try it before.
Yeah.
Yes. Before I said anything like, hey, awesome product.
on their website, they've got, looks like different iterations of bottles.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the bottles looks straight up like a urine sample bottle.
Nice.
That one looks like an anchovy jar bottle or not anchovies, a caper jar.
I was going
bottle.
with
And that one, see
olives.
that one right there? That one.
Looks like an olive. jar.
No, that doesn't look like an olive jar. That looks like a urine sample jar.
Okay. I think they get it.
Okay, I'm done. So black cap, sticker on the side, so you know, and so it's tamper proof.
Yeah.
that it hasn't been tampered with.
So no one's urinated in it.
Are we ready to go?
I think we're ready to go. What was the price? I forgot the price.
Okay.
You were just on the page.
Gotcha.
Price is subject to change. And
Sure.
I think I got the 2. You can get 3, and they're based on how many hours of brewing, and it gives it a different flavor. It's the exact same coffee, It's kind of like cold brew, 6, 12, 24 hours. Go down to the Rayo one. I don't know if the price was different.
Sold out. The Elixir Rayo was sold out.
So
it was a
2-pack
limited edition 2-pack.
is what I got.
Was $19. 20 available. That's it.
And then I think there was like maybe $5 to $7 in shipping.
That's interesting. They've got their shop. They're obviously on Shopify. Their site is powered by Shopify, and they leave the sold out stuff up there to show you, wow, look at all the different stuff. People want it. People want to buy it. As soon as our Saguaro was sold out, I took it off because I didn't want there to be any confusion. And I updated the site and I said, hey, we're all sold out. Thank you for checking.
I see.
Much love. Does it look cooler? Does it look like we're more popular if we leave the sold out stuff up there? I guess I don't like it because what about if I want to buy this and it's sold out and I can't have it, and it makes me mad and I don't want the other stuff?
Well, your anger issue is not Elixir's problem.
That's true. That's true.
I will say the nice thing for me because they're like, hey, this is coming.
Sorry. I just saw the Elixir subscription delivered weekly in the United States cost.
What is it?
$222.
Yeah, for 3 bottles?
For 3 bottles.
Every week. So that's 3 times 4.
Once a month is $63. 1 bottle is $7.
It's not cheap. It's not cheap. But I will say, when I was waiting for the Scott Rayo version to drop, I kept going to their site and there was nothing there. And then I went back and it was finally there. So if you're still looking for it and you come to their site, you might say, oh, it was there, but it's sold out.
Okay, so if there is shipping that goes with it, but shipping is capped.
Don't they give it to you
$10.
free or something if you order?
Shipping for orders $100 or more are capped at $10.
I see.
I wonder if the subscription, if you do the subscription, is it free? Because that's what Blue Bottle does, I think. They give you free shipping.
Try something for me real quick.
Yes.
I know we're camping here for a while, but
yes.
We're investigating. We're looking
investigating
into
for
it.
You.
I think there was a deal. If you order 1, which I was just going to do 1 just to try it, they said, hey, if you order 2, shipping's the same. You get a better deal. So I was like, okay, good deal. You order me, I'll order 2. If you go to 1, are you at 1?
Yes.
So it's $7 shipping or $7?
It's $7 for it. Okay, so this is what it says. Just a heads up, though. Shipping for the single and the twin taster pack cost us the same for both. However, we've covered for you $2 off the full shipping price of the Elixir taster. So they need to rephrase that sentence.
Yeah, I've read it so many times. I'm like, what is
They
this
need
saying?
to rephrase that sentence there.
Yeah.
Because I read it just the way it is. You're thinking I'm an idiot, which I am, and I'm not saying I'm not, but I really
It's
did
not what
read it
says,
just the
bro.
way it was.
I'm seeing it. I'm looking right at it with you.
However, we've covered you for $2.
We've got you
off
covered.
the full, something.
Something like that.
Off the full shipping price of the Elixir taster, $5 shipping compared to the single, $7 to sweeten the deal.
Yeah.
So they knock $2 off if you buy 2.
So it's a better deal. Now, wait. Next thing I want you to try, add to cart. See what happens. Let's do this.
Yeah, it's there. It added.
Did it add?
Yeah.
Clear your cart out real quick.
Okay, I'm going to clear the cart.
Sorry, there was something in there. And then close it and then add it.
Yeah.
And then go to checkout.
Am I buying this?
All right.
Yeah.
All good. Okay.
All good.
Nice. All right. Well, it might have just been a temporary glitch, but every time I added 1, it automatically gave me 2. I said, and I kept doing it.
I love that.
I closed
That's
the
not a
browser
glitch.
out, and
That's
I went
not a
back in,
glitch.
and I did it all over again, and there was 2. I tried it probably 5 times because I was like, well, this is interesting, and I'm not saying they're being nefarious or trying to. I think it might.
Is it nefarious or nefarious?
I have no idea.
I would say nefarious.
I like nefarious. I think that's how Doctor. That's how
Dr. Doom?
Despicable Me, Doctor. What's his name?
I don't know. I've never seen Despicable.
Gru.
Oh, Gree said nefarious?
Gru.
Okay.
Nefarious. I don't know.
Nefarious.
So anyway,
I wonder if we could do that to our Shopify store.
what?
Like somebody goes to order 1
Absolutely.
and automatically orders 2.
Didn't you mean to get 2?
Didn't you mean 2?
And then I thought, well, this. And then I went back and read that little statement because I thought maybe I misunderstood it. That if I order 1, it's going to up me to 2 automatically because it's a better deal.
Yeah.
But
You don't want 1. You want 2.
so anyway,
All right. Well, let's quit
It's a cool
talking
site, though. It's a
about
cool
it and
site.
let's drink it.
let's try this out.
Let's drink
So we got
it.
4 glasses because we want to divide up the 14 and 18 and see if we can taste a difference. Right?
Yes. We've got 4 glasses, 2 bottles. One of them says 18 on it, and that's the brew process is 18
Use your words, buddy.
hours. Well, I don't know what they are, and I don't want to tell them
18
something
hours,
that they're
yeah.
not.
I don't know what
That's
that
cool.
means, though.
The bottle is cool. It looks very antiseptic almost. You know what I mean? It looks very like turn of the century, like this is something that we're going to use to operate on you. It's
Good.
neat.
Good.
It's
Makes me want to drink it.
Well, I don't think it's a typical
No, it's not.
bottle.
Looks like a medicine bottle.
It
or
looks
something.
like a
An old
medicine
school,
bottle.
like
Yeah.
turn of the century medicine bottle.
Yes, that's what it looks like. And I'm just trying to describe it for my people. And I'm pouring out
Ooh.
my
My first smell of the bottle reminds me of a cold brew,
18. But it doesn't look like cold brew.
and it doesn't sound like cold brew.
And it doesn't, because I'm not pouring hard. You know, I just had a Lucky Jack the other day. You pop the top and you pour hard.
Nice.
So they're from San Diego. So that's where the shipping comes from. And it does look like this. It looks like they screen printed on the bottle. So that's cool. That's very cool.
Way cool. And what's nice is I would probably maybe even keep these for something, you know?
These are cool
like little
bottles.
cold brew bottles.
Yeah.
How cool would that be?
You could totally reuse these for your own cold brews.
Yeah, your own
and
elixir.
it's 8 ounces, your own pre-workout stuff. So we've got two 18s and we've got two 14s here.
So let's be careful not to.
This is an 18 on the right.
On the right.
18.
You're right. They're
14 on the left.
So here.
Yes. Okay, sorry.
So we'll keep it the same, but just do this. So, okay.
So 14's on the inside, 18's on the outside.
For you.
14.
Don't worry about it. Just worry about it. I got it.
I see. Oh, okay.
So it's the same orientation as the bottles up front.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
18 on this side, 14 on that side.
Yeah, which is
Perfect.
yeah. Now that you guys are along with us, here we
Yes.
go.
All right, here we go. Here it is. Are we going to start with 14 or 18?
Let's go. We'll go with 14.
We'll go with 14.
14.
All right.
What do we got?
I am going to smell first.
It reminds me of.
It smells
cold
like
brew.
a cold brew.
It does.
It does smell like it because the look does not look like you would expect, but it smells like straight up cold brew. Or it smells
It
like
reminds
it.
me of like either a Stumptown, you know, a
It
nice
does a Stumptown or a Lucky
yeah,
Jack.
a specialty
it's good.
coffee.
It's sweeter and lighter.
Yeah, it is. That's pretty good though.
And the aftertaste is subtle, but it's like it's trying to fight through.
Yeah, it is.
Like it's trying to fight, like show
For
up,
its
like
light. It's like
remember me. They're
I'm
trying
here.
to have an aftertaste, like please show up.
excuse the professional drinking sounds.
Bro, that's why that's why you listen, right? Yeah. Okay.
There's
Maybe
something
not.
else there. Is it tea? Is it like a tea-ish, reminding me of a tea? There's a different property there that I'm.
It is. It is at the higher spectrum. You know, I like the music, right? From like that bass is that chocolate, that nuttiness, and the treble is like that fruity, and
It's pretty
that's
good.
where it's at. It's at the top
well,
of the tree. there.
it's fitting
not
that
down
you
in
want to
the ear.
describe it with music because it says sound waves right on it. So, all right, 18 or that
Okay.
was the 14. Sorry, that was the 14.
That was the 14. It was light. It was fruity, but it smelled very distinctly like cold brew.
Doesn't taste like it though.
It doesn't
does
taste
have
like
a different taste.
It doesn't
Absolutely.
taste like regular cold brew.
No, not at all. So
Okay.
we're gonna go to the 18.
Let's go to the 18.
Moving on up.
So it is a darker caramel color that I'm looking at.
Different smell.
And it smells more earthy. Can I
Yeah.
say earthy? But I don't want you to think it's like vegetative because that's not it. But it's more
It's like a richer cold brew.
a richer, yeah,
Deeper.
deeper,
More
like
bass.
more bass, a little more bass there.
Yeah. Oh. Well, what is that?
Caramel,
Yeah, is it?
caramel, a very distinct taste. It has a
I was thinking
similar
caramel. But
it could be caramel instead. It could be
think you're
caramel.
right.
So it's got like the same fruity notes that the 14 has, but there's definitely a presence of caramel.
really is.
It could even be. Hold on, let me try again.
I'm like an 18.
Yeah, I think there's some caramel in there as well, in addition to the caramel that Mike is tasting.
Yeah, good. We got both.
We got both
I think,
caramel
yeah.
and caramel.
That would be the difference between the 16 and the 18. Like if they had a 16, a 14, 16, 18.
It'd be just caramel.
Yeah.
And then
You
the
go to 18.
brings the caramel,
Gives enough time for the latecomers to show up.
brings it back.
Yeah. I'm like an 18. 18's got a little more rich. It's almost got like a creaminess. It's got a little more coating of the palate. The flavor for me is better.
Yeah, and the aftertaste lingers longer.
And you can see better
It
in the
has-
glass that it's slightly darker, especially when I look at yours.
It's got a mouthfeel, and I don't want to sound like a coffee nerd and a dork because I've been making fun of this term, but really, the more I understand it, the more I want to tell you, it's got a lingering juicy to it.
It
The
does. It's
mouthfeel
good.
is very juicy.
One of the things, excuse me.
That was somebody calling, and we've got the whole setup here.
Not now.
Yeah, my bad.
My bad.
My bad.
One thing that I do agree with, I could totally see this. It says it. Where does it say that? Pair with food, and I think
What food would you pair with?
I think you
this?
could pair this with. I think could see even having this with like a steak or a burger. I think that would be great.
You think so? Let me.
Well, because it reminds me of tea. I love iced tea. I'm somebody that likes. I have ice.
This is a barbecue drink. You're thinking barbecue. with
Absolutely.
this.
Like you're not going to have. At least I'm not drawn to a hot cup of even good coffee with my steak or burger or
Right. I guess
whatever
when,
grown
when
fish.
they say tea, I'm not thinking iced tea. I'm thinking matcha.
Well, there's many teas,
There are many teas.
but I'm
Just
thinking
as
of like
there
a
are
nice
many
because it's
coffees.
refreshing. It is refreshing. I'm enjoying it. I don't know. I think it's just got a nice. It's a subtlety on the
I'm
palate.
back on the 14.
You're back on the 14.
And I got to tell you, I can see this. I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
I can see clear.
Now the rain is gone. I could imagine myself on a hot day with a cold beverage, and the cold beverage being Elixir.
That's great. It's great. Now everyone else is getting that mental picture as well.
Yeah. Are you seeing me there in a lawn chair?
Oh, buddy. I'm liking.
What kind of swimwear am I wearing in your imaginations?
Well, I see you on the beach,
Yes.
maybe down in Florida.
Yes.
And the waves are crashing into the.
Can I get off topic just for a split second?
I
here?
thought we were there.
Well, I'm actually going to stay on topic for what you were saying. And I don't want to distract any of our listeners because we don't talk about alcohol at all, really.
No.
But this has such a flavor that it seems it could be your go-to for a mixed drink if you were going to experiment with, alcoholic beverages, alcoholic and coffee beverages. I could see this being... It doesn't even have to be like the base of it, but like it could bring
An accent.
a subtle accent to it. The 14 for sure. The 18 could be a little bit more.
Yeah.
Could have a little bit bigger presence in the drink.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and they use cold brew for that. And I think this would they could substitute this in that place. It's a little more expensive, but if the drink is a higher quality type of alcohol, it might be fitting.
Well, I think you're going to get because cold brew is so dark that
Yeah.
it typically overpowers anything. You don't even know what else is kind of in there. You can't see it. But with this, you can almost see like the caramel color would just go with many of the spirits that are out there and not distract to where you're like, well, what am I drinking?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, well, it looks like it should be
Yeah, maybe.
a mixed drink.
Well, and that's what they say. It looks like whiskey, but you could even add it to that. But see, for me, the difference here is like with a cold brew, usually it's lacking in flavor clarity. It usually has like one note. Even a good cold brew has kind of one or two notes. It's got a good mouthfeel.
But they're muted.
They're very muted. So that's why I personally like iced coffee, where you brew it hot and then immediately chill it.
That's the Japanese method, isn't
Yeah.
it? Brewing
it's
over
pretty
ice.
much, from what I gather, that's the only way that they do it. Or at least it's the most popular.
Yeah.
But with that, you definitely get a higher acidic cup, and some people don't like that, especially when you cool it down. It can be too much. This almost seems to be a little of both. It's got, I think, a nice base to it, especially the 18, but I'm also getting more flavors than I would from a cold brew. I don't think I've ever gotten caramel from a cold brew like I did. Like when I drank that first 18, it was like, wow, what is that? And I knew I was onto it, and you said it.
I got to tell you, it is the most flavorful cold brew I think I've had.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't want to call it a cold brew
It's not
because
cold
they
brew.
don't call it a cold brew.
No.
They call it something, it's elixir.
Yeah. It's something different. And they say basically
It's different.
they withhold the process because they feel it would be a stumbling block, especially for those in coffee. If they told you how they did it, you would already kind of form a preconceived notion that maybe this isn't going to be very good, or how can you get a good extraction from it? You would judge it before even trying it. And so they say they purposely withhold that. And so maybe that's probably true, because there's so many thoughts about what makes a good cup of coffee that sometimes it hinders us from trying something new, because no, that can't be. That breaks the rules or whatever. So that's the case. And, I don't fault them necessarily if they're onto some type of unique process or, something that they want to
Not at all.
guard a little bit, because it is different. It's not just like a roast profile. It's not just something that everyone's doing, but slightly different. Maybe it's a whole new process.
Yeah.
And if they want to kind of keep that under wraps because
Good on them. Good on them.
they hustled and figured it out, so be it.
Yeah.
If the drink is good, then the drink is good.
Yeah, that's their intellectual property. If it's a completely different process, good on you. $7 a bottle is significant.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a daily drinker.
No, if they could get, good cold brew, specialty cold brew is hovering right around $5.
You're right.
$4.50.
You're right, for 12 ounces.
So if they can get it
it's about
down,
the same price.
It's definitely more flavorful.
Because I went into Fry's and I found Stumptown and Fry's.
Yeah.
Kroger's, whatever wherever you're listening, whatever
Yeah.
your grocery store is called there. But
They're coming.
and it was towards the end of its, like the expiration date was Monday, and I was in there on Saturday,
Perfect.
and they had 3 left, and they were marked down half price.
Yeah, that's
so I
when-
bought all of them and drank all of them in a weekend.
That's it. But I will say, even though it's more, if this was sitting next to a Stumptown or a Lucky Jack or a Blue Bottle, and it was more, I would still grab this for many reasons. I would be drawn to it because the packaging is cool.
Yeah,
It just holding it, the little bottle, I think is cool. And I know it tastes better. I know it has more flavor. So in my mind, it's almost like, okay, I'm going to almost waste $5 on something that's just muted flavor.
wow, those are powerful words, Mike.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of cold brew. I like cold brews.
But you're a huge fan of Elixir.
I'm really liking Elixir.
I guess I like the flavors. You know what? I like the nitro cold brew more because
That's
I
true.
like
Nitro
the
is-
mouth feel.
yeah.
I like
Add
the
nitro.
the top. Like just the texture of it.
They
I
need,
like that.
They need another rendition, Elixified. This in nitro.
Bam.
So we got their slogan for them, and we've got their next product. I think that would be pretty impressive if you added nitro to this.
If you need your product fixed, send it to us. Send it to us. We got you. At no cost. This is free.
Nope. We do everything for
Free
free.
of charge. Free
Everything.
of charge. In fact, I just sent out 2 hats for free today.
Great.
And one of them is our buddy Chris. What up, Chris?
What up?
He's the one that sent us a bunch of coffee and a bunch of cookies.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
sent him
it's
a
more
hat
of like,
for free.
It's kind of like a barter deal, I
He
guess.
sent us a lot of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
And he ordered coffee.
I think we owe him a t-shirt
And then
too.
he was like, I don't want it for free. I want to pay. And I was like, okay, cool. But I don't want to put it on Shopify and take the pictures and do all
the
the
hats?
things for the hats.
I was just thinking, actually, and I'm glad you brought it up.
We need something better.
What's going on with the hats?
I'm working on it.
Do you need me to take pictures?
I need you to take some pictures. I need some modeling shots. I need some hat by
Modeling
itself shots. Yes.
We just need a picture of the hat.
I want 2 pictures of the hat and 1 picture of the hat on the model.
Okay, well,
Or maybe just 1 or 2 pictures of the hat.
we'll start there.
That's what I need.
And then if we're feeling bold.
Bold and beautiful.
Take a
After
picture.
after feeling the Elixir, I'm ready to work out. I'm feeling like taking over the world right
The
now.
one thing I do like about it,
Mine's gone. Can I?
in the age-
finish? Do you want me to finish the rest of yours for you?
in the age of this,
Is that a no?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. No, I'm
Do you want me to-
enjoying it. I'm
do you want me to
slowly.
drink, do you want me to drink the rest of
enjoying-
your Elixir?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Don't touch my Elixir.
All right.
In the age where everything is probably highlighting canteen, this Elixir has got to be something else going in it. Where they're highlighting caffeine content, and the more the better. I kind of like that Elixir has less. That I could drink 2 of these with no problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can enjoy and consume a little bit more because I like the beverage, and
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
I cannot talk. The French kirsting.
I don't even know what you're trying to say. I would help you along, but I
That's
really
because you're not paying attention.
No, I am paying attention. I'm trying to.
I'm saying I enjoy that it only has the caffeine content of tea, and I can enjoy more.
That's great.
I think that I would have some at night without worrying about, instead of going to straight decaf, just grab an Elixir. It's only a little bit of caffeine. That's what I'm saying. I like that aspect too. I don't see it as a negative. Some might say, well, it doesn't even have the caffeine content of a cup of coffee. Great. You can have more of it.
Okay. All right.
All right. We've been yakking about this Elixir for quite a while this episode. We hope you enjoyed this kind of quote unquote live tasting, unedited, raw tasting. Raw.
We just did it. Yeah. Hit us up with the feedback. Do you like it? Do you not? It's been 30 minutes. It's been a half hour we've been talking about
One
Elixir.
half of an hour.
1/2 of an hour.
Well, hopefully you're listening on maybe 1.5 or 2 speed, and we've only wasted 15 minutes of your time.
I do listen on 1.5 speed, and I recommend it.